This question changed everything. He had no answer. The room went completely silent.
Back. Chair now recognizes the gentleman from Virginia, Mr. Vindman.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I ask unanimous consent to submit for the record an article. A distinguished member of this committee
Without objection, so ordered.
confirmed that there was, in fact, a pause in offensive cyber operations earlier this year. The SecDef just denied this. This committee deserves to know whether the Secretary just lied. Mr. Secretary, many believed you were underqualified for this role. You've been Secretary for 4.5 months now. For the sake of the American people and our service members, I hope you've done your homework since. Let's talk Indo-PACOM. What year has the Navy publicly set as the benchmark for being ready to fight a war with China?
Well, it needs to be right now. We know what China
I'm glad
has
to
said,
hear that, but there is a
it's right
publicly
now.
set date.
Well, we know it wouldn't be
me help you
prudent
out.
for me in this environment to
2027.
reveal when we think we're ready. That's
Yep.
what China has said, and we understand what they're
Secretary,
saying.
I
We
asked
want to
for a
be capable
year.
and ready for it.
Not a filibuster. 2027 is the year. According to unclassified DoD assessments, how many warships does China have in its Navy today?
Many and growing.
370. It's the largest Navy in the world. How many does the U.S. Navy have today?
Thanks to this budget, it's increasing
It's a number. I'm looking for a
substantially,
number.
but it's just south of 300.
296, pretty close. How many ships is China expected to field by 2030?
I believe that's a classified number, but it's going to
There's
go
a
up
DoD
at a rapid rate.
CMPR report that was released. There's an unclassified number.
It's going up at a rapid rate.
Let me help you out. 435. Let's see if we do better in EUCOM. What corridor in eastern Poland is vulnerable and a priority for U.S. reinforcements? It connects Belarus to a Russian region.
I'm sure you can tell me.
I can tell you. It's the Suwalki Gap. Which heavily militarized Russian territory connected the Suwalki Gap? It contains nuclear-capable missiles. It threatens all of NATO. It's right there in the middle of Eastern Europe.
I see we're playing a quiz game here.
It's
Ultimately,
Kaliningrad
thankfully,
Oblast.
we're getting
Let me-
our NATO allies to step up in their spending to make sure that they can hold the
Mr.
line.
Secretary, I asked you a specific question. Thank you. It's Kaliningrad Oblast. So what percentage of Ukrainian frontline casualties, let's talk drones, are now caused by FPV drones?
A very large percentage, and we're studying that conflict closely to understand
I hope so.
that fact.
It's over 70%. And which U.S. service has written doctrine or standardized procurement for integration of FPV drones?
That's the Army.
I wish that were the case, but actually the answer is none of them. So we're not prepared yet, and we need to get there fast. Let me turn to a different topic. A few weeks ago, when my office opened up in Fredericksburg, I spoke to the mother of one F-18 pilot who flew the March 15th mission over the Red Sea in Yemen that you discussed over Signal. I spoke to her again on Tuesday and asked her if there was anything she wanted me to bring up. She believes that you need to resign. She also had several questions, but one thing, she said she would appreciate an apology for putting classified information. Her son couldn't even tell her where the Truman was going, but into the Houthi PC small group Signal chat that risked her son's life and the mission. Mr. Secretary, yes or no, do you think you owe her an apology?
Please make sure to let her know how grateful we are for the skill and heroism of
I am very much grateful. I'm sure everybody in this room is grateful. I'm proud of what her son has done. The question is, do you owe her an apology for your actions? Are you going to be accountable?
It was an incredibly successful mission. Her son did great work.
They did a magnificent
and
job.
Thankfully, the Houthi campaign was successful.
Secretary, I agree with you. Magnificent job. The performance of those pilots and Navy personnel, magnificent. We're talking about what you did and accountability. Are you going to apologize to the mother or not?
I don't apologize for success.
You don't apologize for putting her son's life in danger and for putting the mission in jeopardy. Well, that's really disappointing and not befitting the type of leadership.
This wasn't just a bad hearing, it was a test of competence and accountability. When a defense secretary can't answer basic, unclassified military facts, that's already alarming. But when confronted with the real human cost, a mother asking for accountability after her son's life was put at risk, and the response is, "I don't apologize for success," that's not strength, that's deflection. Because leadership isn't just about missions going right. It's about owning mistakes when things go wrong. And here's what makes this moment even more serious. We're talking about national security. China's military expansion, NATO vulnerabilities, modern warfare with drones. These aren't trivia questions. These are real-world threats. And if the person in charge struggles to answer them, that raises a bigger concern. Who is actually steering the ship? Because leadership isn't just about missions going right. It's about owning mistakes when things go wrong. And here's what makes this moment even more serious. We're talking about national security. China's military expansion, NATO vulnerabilities, modern warfare with drones. These aren't trivia questions. These are real-world threats. And if the person in charge struggles to answer them, that raises a bigger concern. Who is actually steering the ship? And if accountability stops at the top, that's when trust starts to break. So, now the question is, should leaders resign when they refuse to take responsibility? Drop your thoughts below and subscribe to Blue Voice for more breakdowns that go beyond the headlines.